From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Aviators of Mexico City. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Mexico City. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Jones looking to change the play. Here's Jones throwing on first down. That one finds Howard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 32 on the play.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. All the option left, it's Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Gold Cyclone! Gold Cyclone! Gold Cyclone!
2nd and 10.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Timberland!
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Singletary will take it in. Touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They go play action with Hurts. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd and 4. When you look at this defense, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Keep in mind he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the field.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Darius Slayton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. And the return will stop right around the 25. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
Other side, other side.
Throwing, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach. Gold dog, double. Don Capers, Don Capers. Don Capers, Don Capers. Detroit Johnson, Detroit Johnson.
Now Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Break, 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 break. Bama, Bama, Bama.
On second and goal, Jones. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession, as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. Back to throw. Jones. He'll buy some time right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic get to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Brown. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Silver.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That's out quickly to Hyatt. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach. Ladybug, 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 ladybug. Triple right, Pacino. Triple right, Pacino.
Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st down, Hurts. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Hurts. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. There's a nice move, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Detroit Johnson.
Jones throwing to start the drive. High and able to make the catch downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 30 yards. And the Aviators take a 3-touchdown lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going to try and throw. And now here is another interception. Now he's loose at the 40. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown! Darren Waller, 40 yards. And the Aviators will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So they're able to capitalize there on the short